Today's episode, I have a very special guest, a good buddy of mine, Shawn Vodenik. Shawn and I met when we started to work together a few years ago. Let the nerdy times roll. On today's episode, we are going to attempt to bring the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs into a galaxy far, far away, and more. This will be a rabbit hole you're not going to want to miss. So, Shawn, first question for you here, buddy. Are we going to make this a kid-friendly episode because we're talking about Snow White, or no?
Yeah, definitely. I've been getting some feedback from my kids, so I figure this will definitely be kid friendly. May let a couple things slip here and there. But our kids are kid friendly.
That works. Well, so we'll shoot for like PG-13-ish then.
All right, 1980s PG.
Oh, absolutely.
What we're shooting for. Yeah.
Right. We have to be PG-13 from when we were kids. I mean, come on. Right. So the first segment of the first segment is called Catch Up on Everything. This is where myself and my guest, you guessed it, catch up on everything. Now, Shawn and I were just talking a little bit off camera. I was about to fill him in on the guest that we had and the reason why my lawnmower is on the fritz. So Shawn, a couple weeks ago, it'll be 3 weeks this coming up Wednesday or Thursday, and the fair was going on, and I had gotten ready for work and everything, and that was at 8 o'clock or so. Yeah. My wife left to go work at the fair that day. She left about 9:30, and then about noon when I went to lunch, there was my garden hose was out. It was like all the way out and then pulled halfway back. So we have a little flower garden back there. So I was like, okay, maybe my wife Kaylee, maybe she watered the flowers or something. So I go out and I feel the hose with my foot, and it was pressurized. So I'm like, well, that's not right. So I turn the water off, I reel in the hose, and I call my wife, and my wife's like, no, I didn't do anything. I didn't water the flowers, which that was my first guess anyway. So don't think anything much more of it. And my wife comes home. I'm grilling some steaks at the time, and she tries to open up her garage, and it gets stuck about a foot in. But you can see underneath what's open, and there's wood laid up against my garage. And so I go into the garage, and shit is everywhere. My lawnmower was on its side. Our bikes were spread out. So I have a couple of pallets in my garage that were laid up against the garage door. So obviously somebody had been in there. So we called the cops. Cops came, but they really couldn't do anything. We didn't think anything was stolen or anything, but it was just kind of one of those like, okay, somebody was in our space, right?
Sure.
And then so later on that evening, come to find, oh yeah, the backup slowly. I found when I started putting everything away, somebody put a socket wrench in my garage door track, and then it shoved a bunch of wood on the other garage door track. So yeah, it's kind of freaky out. So we bought ring, and that's now installed. And later on that evening, later on that evening, found out through a Facebook group that the cops were chasing some dude in my neighborhood. So this guy, I'm guessing, took refuge in my garage and was barricading himself in there. And then once he thought that it was clear, he left, walked up to my house, turned the water on my hose, and got a drink out of the hose. Yeah.
Mean streets of Ankeny right there.
Right. So I'm like, okay, my kid doesn't like to wear pants, and she was on the main floor. That's kind of, and all this happened between the hours of 9:30 and noon. So
wow, 9:30 in the morning till noon.
Yeah. I was home all day. I mean, the guy, my neighbor checked his camera and he didn't see anything. But he wouldn't be able to see all the way through my yard, but nothing came up on his camera. And so the guy, whoever it was, my office is in the basement of my house, and so the guy ended up probably walked right by, feet away from me, and I was probably too busy working. So, yeah, kind of crazy.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. Nothing was stolen. All is
Yeah,
well.
yeah. So Shawn, tell the pandemic a little bit about you.
Well, let's see. Born and raised Iowa, and then went off to the military back in '99, and then now just moved back to Iowa, 2018 time frame, and just trying to settle. This is where I want to be.
Yep, Iowa, nice.
Exactly,
Iowa,
exactly.
nice.
Great,
So much
great
fun.
place to raise kids.
Oh yeah, how are the kids?
They're good. They're doing great. They're getting ready to head off to Peru this
Man,
Thursday to go be with my wife's family since there's a bit of an emergency down there, and then they'll come back up here, spend another 2 weeks, and then they're off to Korea uh,
man,
for
that's
2 years with since wife is still active duty.
dude. That man, that's awesome, and kind of scary though too, man. Korea's a lot to do. I when I was there, it was a little bit different.
I mean, I was just there. I guess it was fall around this time frame in
Mhm.
2019. I
Oh,
was there
that's
for
right.
about. Then yeah, I just nothing against it. The culture's fantastic. The
Yeah.
food is wonderful, but
Oh yeah.
it's not for me. Like if I have a choice, I'm I'm not going back there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just hang out here with my dog for 2 years.
That's then that's okay.
Right.
I do have to ask. So we got two kittens, and I want to name them Xana and Treya after the Sith Lords. Xana, who was the apprentice of Darth Bane, and Treya, who's the main, or the Sith in Kotar video game, which is getting remade, by the way, which we'll have to talk about that as well. And I'm getting vetoed. I'm getting vetoed for Honey and Mocha.
Uh, is this the missus is involved with this?
Yes, and she has done the Sith thing and turned everybody on me to go after these names of Honey and Mocha. You can't be a Sith Lord Mocha. There is no good ring to that. Yeah,
I concur. So wait, are these kittens? Are they a boy and a girl? Two boys, two girls?
two
What's
girls,
two girls? Okay,
two girls. Yeah,
okay, all right.
and to further make my case, Xana rhymes with Anna, and Treya rhymes with Leia. I mean, how more? What? I mean, this is perfect, but they don't think so.
I still think that you're playing checkers. You know what I mean? Like when you need to be playing chess, you need to plan a few moves ahead when it comes to the naming.
Yeah.
My daughter's name is Nadezhda, and
Mhm.
because I wanted a daughter or a child with the initials of NV for Nadezhda Vodnik, and that way the initials play out envy. Like I just thought that was kind of clever. Like
That was very clever.
right,
That's
and
awesome.
nobody's picked it up, which
Huh.
I'm yeah. So that's what I mean. Like you gotta plan ahead. Now,
Right.
what I would say is maybe find some neutral ground when it comes to naming of the kittens.
Yeah.
I would go with some. If we're gonna go with the obscure, let's
Hmm.
go with obscure kids movies from our adolescence that
Mm.
will spark the interest of maybe now your kids want to watch this movie to find out more, like whether it's Dark Crystal.
Falcor.
Exactly. Yeah, Atreyu.
Atreyu and Falcor.
Or what is the tortoise's name? The crazy one that was just
Oh
allergic.
gosh, I don't remember.
That's gonna kill me.
I'm gonna do a rewatching of Never Ending Story. I'm gonna do a podcast with Brian later on in the week, and so we're gonna talk about Never Ending Story. So I did a podcast earlier with Jeff from Iowa Works as well. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, that was super fun, man. I always have the best conversations with all you guys. So
I missed
so
that entire team. Like, yeah, working at Iowa Works was fantastic.
oh man, we had so much fun. And then they had to go change. Then the pandemic ruined everything. It
It really
ruined.
did.
Oh man, yes. Damn pandemic.
Oh, I'm telling you.
I am
I don't
drinking
even
whiskey.
count. 2020 never happened, in my opinion.
Right? And the sad part is 2020 should be seen clear, right? 2020 vision. We don't want to
Sure.
see shit. We don't want to see anything from 2020. That's right. Wow.
The roaring 20s. Yep.
Exact. So you were talking about initials. Thinking about that, my initials is Be Right Back. BRB.
Okay. Wow.
That is not as cool as Envy by any means.
Mine is SCV. I don't know what I can do with that.
No. Let's see here. So Leia would be LNB. No, nothing. All right. That's okay. Not going to go any further on that.
Yeah, my family did not have the foresight that apparently I did.
Yep, I'm with you there. I'm with you. All right. So, well, now that we got all catch up, it's time to move on to our main topic. Now, we are going to talk about bringing Disney princesses, the world of Disney, into a galaxy far, far away. We'll make a little bit of tweaks here and there. Now, Shawn, you came up with a list. Let's go over that list with it really quick here, and then we'll focus on Snow White and the story of the Seven Dwarfs for this week. But we are going to definitely make this a thing for the next couple months. We're going to do a lot of these.
Sounds like a plan. Do you want to go with the list of princesses first?
Yeah. Let's see. What do you got?
All right. Prepare to copy.
Yes. Yeah. Or you can just email it to me later.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got Pocahontas, Mulan, Cinderella, Tiana, Jasmine,
Okay.
Belle, Ariel,
Okay.
Merida, Aurora, Rapunzel, Snow White, Moana, and then I've kind of rolled Elsa and Anna in with the same.
Right.
It is what it is on that. And,
Right.
I don't want to be lazy with it either. We could honestly do the whole, well, obviously Elsa, Anna are going to be on Hoth because it's the ice planet, but that's just too easy,
Right.
So,
I really dig that. And
yeah.
what? Anyone else?
No, that's all I got for the princesses.
Okay.
All right. So the planets, now this is where it's up for debate because, we could easily use like Yavin 5, but is that really a planet, or are we talking?
Well, moons. I mean, we could
Endor's
yeah.
a moon. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
I mean, we could honestly,
right.
I mean, we're talking about Star Wars. I mean, anything can happen. So we could talk different things. So we'll focus on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs for this episode, but that way we can get our brains going to do some cool pitches for the other stuff, and then but yeah, I think definitely let's we'll just do it the order that you went, and we'll save Frozen for the end, and because honestly I think you could do some really cool stuff with some sisters in the Force, and then add in a bounty hunter with a Wookiee or something like that. You can turn Sven into but we'll workshop that a little bit. So Snow White,
and it's interesting because they don't really talk about the seasons of each planet anyway. So I mean, if we're talking Naboo, I gotta believe they've got a winter time.
Yeah. And I want to say that there's an episode of the Clone Wars where it's fall, like you could see like the characters, you could see their breath.
Okay.
I actually just got done watching all the Clone Wars. I'm doing a complete Star Wars watch. So I watched episode 1 and episode 2. That was hard. Then I watched all 7 seasons of the Clone Wars. And then I watched episode 3. And I'll tell you what, watching the Clone Wars series makes episode 2 and 3 a lot better, especially 3.
Something's gotta.
Right. Episode 2 is pretty bad. Uh, and then after 3, I watched Solo, and now I am on the
So you're
second
going
season.
in order.
Yeah,
That's,
never
I
done it
mean,
before.
I was gonna say that's impressive.
Yeah,
I'm just sitting back watching reruns of Perfect Strangers. So,
and
you know,
because Perfect Strangers is amazing.
that Balky, let me tell you, he's a hoot.
Yeah, I remember watching Beverly Hills Cop for the first time, and he didn't have the accent, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
He had an accent though, and that's what
Yeah,
actually spurred his career. That's how he got the role.
was it really? That's
It
awesome.
really was that accent that he did that sold him for the role of Balky in Perfect Strangers.
That is awesome. That you really haven't seen him do a lot of other stuff.
No, he kind of fell off. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, not that he needs to, but
I mean, I guess they're remaking Perfect Strangers, and I don't know. Ah,
yeah. But is it going
it's
to
up in the
be
air.
right? I mean, it all depends on like a lot of those remade shows. Like there's a new Doogie, like Doogie Howser, but only it's set in Hawaii, which is really cool. It's actually awesome. The first episode just came out on Disney Plus this last week, and I really dug it. Jason Scott Lee is in it, and I'm a huge fan of Jason Scott Lee. And it's
Of Clerks and or not Clerks. I'm sorry, Mallrats and
no, I'm no, not that Jason Scott Lee. The guy who
we
played
got a different one.
Bruce Lee in Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Am I saying is that is yeah? His name is Jason Scott Lee, correct? I think
This is what Google was made for.
correct. Yes, but anyway, well, that guy's in it, and
So
and
just say dragons in it. If you say
right,
dragons in it, I'm like, okay, I got it.
Bruce Lee's in it, and he's a surfer guy, and he's a surfer dude, and he's freaking phenomenal. But yeah, but it was a really good show that I can watch with my daughter that she wants while she watches YouTube. But it doesn't
I
swear.
tried.
So
I gave Turner and Hooch just the old college try.
what'd you think?
A little too predictable for my taste. Now, maybe if I were a teenager again, maybe I'd be like, this is pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
because dogs are cool, but I
Mhm.
don't know. Lucifer, it is not, type of thing.
Which new episodes just came out of Lucifer?
Rock on. Well,
Yeah.
I got my Monday set.
Yeah, there's we're 2 episodes into the newest season. I think this is Tom Ellis's last as well. If
Huh.
if I'm remembering correct. I don't know if he signed on for anything more than this, but yeah, it's good. It's it's Lucifer. You it's hard to go wrong with Lucifer. Although I really want them to bring John Constantine in for an episode, or Sandman or
I was just gonna
something.
say, Sandman seems to be making a comeback as well.
Yeah,
You
there's a
know,
movie. Is it a movie or a mini series or something coming out?
I thought it was a mini series, but I
Hmm.
could be incorrect on that. But even on Reddit, on subreddits and whatnot, like Sandman is making a huge comeback. People are talking about it, so the chatter's up and
Mhm.
interest is up.
Yeah, I mean, it should be. Those are amazing graphic novels.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely,
I mean,
absolutely.
that's probably some of the best stuff that Neil Gaiman ever did.
And I might argue that probably the best rendition of Loki ever was from the Sandman comics.
Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, and you got the Marvel Loki, and then you also have the God of War Loki.
Yeah.
Did you see that trailer for the new God of War game?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it just came out this last weekend. It's God of War Ragnarok.
Okay.
They
Okay.
also released a trailer for it's going to be a PS5 exclusive for Knights of the Old Republic remake.
So my son has been doing some research, and he said that Knights of the Old Republic will be coming out on Xbox
later.
Later. But so it's so we can't really call it an exclusive to PlayStation, of course, but
Correct, because Sith deals in absolutes.
Good plug.
Thank you. I'll be here all day.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, this is what you get.
Right.
Oh man. Yeah, and I mean, there wasn't really, all they showed was a picture of Raven, or not Raven, but Revan, which is a story that desperately needs to be told. But why? There needs to be a live action Old Republic something.
I would go, I would go with like Clone Wars style animation. I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Bad Batch. Did you watch Bad Batch?
Oh yes.
Bad Batch has no right to be that good. Bad Batch was phenomenal. I mean, and it's one dude voicing all of the Bad Batch. Craziness. The Bad Batch was phenomenal. My God. I mean, it's good Star Wars.
Absolutely.
Man. And
they're
going to
bring
bring
that's
Boba
the type of stuff between that and Mandalorian. That's what I think the old fans I don't really consider us old, but I think that's what we needed. That's what we wanted, was like the Mandalorian style.
Yeah,
Bad Batch style. Yeah.
Right. You don't need a Jedi to sell us on Star Wars. Honestly, no. I'm sick of the Jedi. I want to see more stuff about Sith. Give me, that's why I'm looking forward to the Acolyte TV series, and we'll see if Disney Plus will be able to do it well, because the Acolyte, granted, it's going to take place in the High Republic, which I don't know if you read any of the High Republic comics.
Nope.
So it's the new era that they're focusing on in the comics, and it's pretty much given them a blank sheet to do whatever they want, to set up whatever they want. It's, the comics are good. I'm like 3 or 4 down, so it's not like, I'm not, right when I get the comic, I'm not like, oh, I have to read this right now. But excuse me. I mean, Yoda's in them, but not as a big character. It takes place about 250 years before episode 1, Phantom Menace.
Okay.
Which is cool, but man, just go back and tell us the story of Bane. Go back and tell us the story of Revan. I mean, you're making everything canon now, so make that stuff canon. I think Bane and Revan are canon, but wow.
It's going to be interesting how they're going to milk the Star Wars franchise coming forward. So, yeah. I mean, are they going to start revisiting more of the video game in canon, and making that solidifying it? Who knows? But no, I think they're pretty much dead set on everything that they've developed at Disneyland. So I think what we see at Disneyland is that's it. That's Star Wars from here on out, going forward.
Yeah, I mean, and you got Book of Boba coming out. I think that comes out next month, or no, not next month, but December.
Is it just okay?
I'm fairly certain that Book of Boba comes out, and then like once that's done, I think it's Mandalorian will be coming out. So
okay, so they're going to do 2 different shows. I remember the little teaser for Book of Boba, but yeah, and then I mean, honestly, that and The Simpsons are the only reason. Hey.
Hi. What are you eating there?
I'm talking.
Oh, we're talking about Star Wars. Anything you want to say about Star Wars? I know your name is Princess Leia. You're talking with a full mouth. All right, why don't wave? Okay, don't hit anything. All right. All right, kiddo. Go. I'll see you upstairs, okay? All right, here, give me a kiss.
I cut my mouth full.
Okay, so she takes after me.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. So yes,
Is
book
that
of what?
wine? Is that
No, it's not wine. It's whiskey.
wine? Daddy!
I can drink whiskey if I want to. All right.
No.
All right, kiddo. I'll go
No.
upstairs. I'll go upstairs. I love you.
How salty.
All right, give me a kiss. Oh gosh, kid. All right, go upstairs. Okay, go upstairs. Thank
I
you.
want to go upstairs.
Well, then go in the other room. I'm gonna work on my podcast here. Okay.
Go down here.
Then go in the other room, please.
Okay.
I love you. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Sean says bye.
Hi and bye.
Okay. Go. All right. Well, there's Leia. She made her appearance.
I'm gonna come down here with the kitties, I swear.
Oh, and apparently she's gonna go get the kitties to show you the kitties.
I can't do it right now.
Okay.
I will
So
do it.
we were talking about Book of Boba and when that was coming out, I believe. Is that where we were at when we got sidetracked there?
Yeah, you said December, and then we've got The Mandalorian coming out after. Is that
Mhm.
is that the time frame? Okay.
And then we have the Ahsoka Tano show, which will be
Okay.
awesome.
I
And-
mean, that was fantastic. I mean, it was a cameo, but I mean, I guess it wasn't cameo for Mandalorian.
Yeah, it was a good couple episodes.
Yeah, it was.
Leia,
Now,
John, I'm singing my Batman
go in the room,
song.
please.
so do you think Luke is going to make another comeback?
I think so. I because he has Grogu. I feel like now they kind of box themselves into a corner, and they hired like some kid off of YouTube that did that cleaned up all of their work, making the Luke even better than what it was. You can look it up on YouTube. It's pretty cool, and they already did a really good job. So I read a couple articles saying that there might be a spin-off show for Luke, but I don't know if that is accurate or not.
I don't. We don't need it. I mean, the entire episodes, 4, 5, and 6 were Luke.
Mhm.
You know, that was his coming in is his case scenario.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna do anything with Luke, do the New Jedi Order. But there again, you can't do that because you know it fails, and he goes in exile. You know, so I mean, like, why?
Yeah, exactly. That if they came out with a Luke Skywalker show,
Mhm.
that's it. They're just scraping the bottom of the barrel, in my opinion.
Yeah, they need to let the Skywalker saga be done, which
Yeah.
it should be. I mean, and they went way off course with the sequel trilogy, which it is what it is. We can't do anything about it now. I mean, Ray Palpatine Skywalker.
Right. Like, I would rather tune into the Max Rebo show.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to know his tour dates. I want to see that. That would be kind of cool. It would, in my opinion, the Max Rebo show would be kind of like Bohemian Rhapsody, and
So
how he got his gig.
I'm
How
with
he
you.
broke out into the Jabba Palace.
And I would buy that album, and I would go see that concert. Do you think, or well, a little off topic here, there is a Bohemian Rhapsody done in Klingon on YouTube, and it is fantastic. It is awesome.
I would jam out to that on, like, in the parking lot right before hockey. That would pump me up.
I'll have to remember to send you the link. I'll look for it and I'll send it to you later. But yeah, man, it's awesome. But all right, well, let's get back to Snow White.
Oh
So,
yeah, that's right.
so we're gonna bring in Snow White into a galaxy far, far away. Now, would we do it? Would what era of Star Wars do you think we would put uh Snow? I envision all of the princesses are going to be in the same era, so they can intermine. We can kind of play with them all together. We're
Sure.
going to play with Disney
I would go with
princesses.
probably pre-Death Star. That
Okay.
way, that way we
Oh,
can
here's
utilize Alderaan.
here's Kitty.
Oh, there's one.
That is Xana.
No, no, no. Her name is Honey.
Her
We've already
name is
had that
Liar.
conversation. Yes. Okay.
Take your headphones off so I can hear them.
No. We're doing the podcast right now, honey. We can, or Xana and Leia. All right, kiddo. But we're in the middle of talking. Oh, I'm gonna get a recording in progress sign for the door.
I need to do my thing every
All right, do your thing.
Yeah. Not yet.
Okay,
The cat looks terrified.
because they keep calling her the wrong name. All right. So Snow White, we're gonna all in the same area. I like that pre-Death Star. Now, first Death Star or second Death Star?
Just pre-Death Star altogether. That way we
Yeah.
have planets to pick from.
Okay, so this will be like, so there'll be a Jedi Order out there. Now, would you have this in the core planets like Coruscant and all the known planets, or would you have it more in the outer rim and like a planet that you wouldn't run into Han Solo, Lando Calrissian, or any of them?
See, I was going to stick to the planets that are well known within,
Okay.
so for individuals that can just watch the movies and understand what planets basically there are or
Mhm.
were talked about, I don't think we ever saw Dantooine, for instance,
No, I
but
don't think
it
so.
was mentioned in
Mhm.
episode, what was that? Episode 4.
Yes, it was several episodes, and I think you go to Dantooine in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, from the cartoon they do go to Dantooine for that, and it's
Right.
yeah, I think if memory serves me right, there was some windmills. I'm recollecting
Yeah,
type of it's the Amana colonies basically.
pretty much. Yeah, so I mean, I know for me, I would be thinking, like, I think we had talked about this earlier too. Naboo for Snow White.
Quite possibly, yeah. I
Or do you want to go with a
I
more
was
like a
thinking,
Dantooine? Because you have Amidala, and if we're doing pre-Death Star, that means we're in like the prequel era and the Clone Wars and all that. Um, so I mean, Naboo, there's a lot on Naboo, so maybe more like a Dantooine then.
I would go with a Dantooine.
Okay.
I could definitely see the allure to Naboo just because there's so much going on in Naboo.
Right.
Like, but when you watched the movie, you just see open plains where the battle was. You obviously see the ocean and then the cities. So you don't, what's going on in the woods? Where's the woods? Is there a
Actually,
forest? They did go through the forest. You're right. Yeah.
what about this? What about if they are on Endor and Snow White has a droid with her that is a protocol droid that the Ewoks end up worshiping and then goes away, and then that way when C3PO comes back, that's why they worship him.
Okay. So are you picturing we're talking Snow White here?
Yeah,
The seven
seven
Ewoks.
seven dwarfs, but yeah, I mean, they could be I'm thinking they could be Ewoks, or they could just be, a different species of different whatever. They could be an Ewok, whatever. But every one of them is going to be represent a different emotion, and those emotions each one of them are going to teach Snow White about an emotion to get over whatever she's going to. I don't want to make her a Jedi or anything like that, but just maybe she's a little force sensitive. I don't know. What do you think? Force sensitive or not for Snow White?
Like a force sensitive neophyte of sorts that all right. Okay.
Right. So not
I'd go with that.
so maybe not a Jedi, but so she's in this little tiff or whatever with the evil queen, who is obviously bad, and then she leaves, and all the seven dwarfs or the seven different species of animals or whatever, we'll just call them Ewoks because we're on Endor, and they all teach her the ways of something or other. I don't know. That's kind of what I was picturing in my head.
Okay. So they're teaching her, what are we talking, like skills? Or are we talking
like how to overcome being angry or like how you can use like happiness and sleep. When I say it out loud, it sounds bad. In my head, it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Now they're Teletubbies. Got it.
Right. Oh man. I mean, well, the dude from Blue's Clues is back, so I guess anything is possible.
Well, yeah, the war's over. That's yeah, he had to come back.
Right, that's right. Oh yeah. I don't
Now,
know.
not to get off subject, but why he left Blue's Clues to begin with?
It wasn't like to go to college or something.
No, that's what they did for the show. But I mean, he even said it like during like some talk show once he left, because there was a lot of rumors like, oh, he's battling like heroin addiction or something like that. But no, the fact is, like, he was balding, and he said, like, I do not want to go through a children's television show and gradually see myself go bald, and hence why he was wearing the hat,
Mm-hmm. Huh. Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
that's I never. All my kids are I mean, I wasn't. I hadn't been introduced to Kendall before when she was in the Blue's Clues at the time, and Anna is too young for Blue's Clues, so I was kind of in between my kids. So I dodged the bullet, but then I got hit with the Yo Gabba Gabba bullet, and oh my gosh.
So when we were down in Peru, I think it was my son's maybe third, fourth birthday party. Nobody knew what Yo Gabba Gabba was in Peru at the time, So this was like 2008, maybe 2009. I can't remember. Anywho, yeah. So we hired this party company to. They created the costumes, and they did a fantastic, just a bang up job down in Peru. Right. Okay. Yeah. And what they got nervous because we wanted what's his name, DJ Lance, type guy. Now I don't know if you know this or not, but there's not a lot of African Americans down in Peru, but they said that they would paint the face. So instantly we had to shoot that down right quick.
Right. Like, no, it's okay.
Yeah, let's not. We can do it with a Peruvian DJ Lance. We're fine.
Right. It's Lance's friend.
Yeah. Scuba Sam.
Right?
Yeah, it was rough. Now all the kids at the party had no idea who Yo Gabba Gabba was. So all of a sudden, all these, a giant robot, a few monsters and stuff all come out, of the house to go dance outside. We had one kid literally hide inside a bush, not behind the bush. I just looked over and see this little kid's head sticking out of a bush with this terrified look in their face. Like, I was like, yeah, we, should have probably explained what's going on here.
That's awesome. That's one of the most awesome things I heard all day. That's really cool.
Oh, it was rough. It was rough. It was a good birthday party.
I bet. I bet nice, some good alcohol there, especially with Yo Gabba Gabba. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, between the food poisoning and the crazy monsters coming out of the house.
It's Godzilla!
Right. Oh. That was rough. Rough.
Man. That's fun.
All right.
we can work Yo Gabba Gabba into Star Wars as well. Right. After we get done with all the Disney princesses, maybe we can move on to kid TV series, and we'll Star Wars them up a little.
Oh man, if are we talking Nickelodeon or are we talking PBS?
Oh, we're gonna go all out. We'll work in. We can work in Bozo. We can work in Death to Smoochie. I mean, we can.
Oh, classic.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
Oh my gosh, I still quote it. It's like throwing up a flag.
It's
If
one of my
somebody,
favorite.
if somebody recognizes the quote, like bam, we're instant best friends. If they don't, I'll just move on.
Yeah, right. And then they're like,
I don't need
"What?"
that negativity in my life.
I mean, and it is probably one of my favorite Edward Norton movies, and it's probably my top 5 or 6 of Robin Williams.
That's a bold statement right there.
Dude, that movie, I've only seen it twice. So
Okay.
maybe my mind would change if I watched it again. But man, I really like that movie. That's like one of my favorite, especially Edward Norton movies, because I mean, with Edward Norton, it's Primal Fear, Death to Smoochie, and I can't even really think of anything else off the top of my head. Well, I guess American History X, but
Right. What'd you think of
those
his Incredible Hulk?
um eh.
Nobody ever claims it. Yeah. Fight Club.
Right. Well, that's true. And
Yeah.
see, I don't even know why that didn't even pop in my head right away. But yeah, and I have the hiccups now. I drank the whiskey a little too fast.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm all out of wine.
Yeah, I got some mead upstairs that we're gonna break open a little later. Went to
Oh,
the Ren Fair
Renaissance
last
Fair.
weekend. Yep,
Yeah.
from Van Wilk in Sully.
Yeah. We were trying to leave the Renaissance Fair last week, and as soon as they started saying, free mead tasting, instantly I was, even my kids were like, "What? I thought we were leaving." I was like, "Well, so did I," but here we are.
Right. And they have it very well placed. Like right when you walk in, you're not very far from the mead.
No, no. I mean, were the sweat beads a problem when you went as well?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Every year those sweat beads are
geez,
just
yeah,
all over the place.
yeah.
Like
Got bit on the
man,
back of the neck.
oh did
Daughter
you?
got bit on the toe. Like it was rough.
Oh man, wasn't that bad when we were there? I mean, like I didn't. I don't think any of us got bit, but
Yeah,
hmm, oh well,
yeah.
fun stuff.
World keeps spinning. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. All right. So Snow White. What do we got for Snow White in at Dantooine, or I mean not Dantooine, but Dantooine or Endor, wherever she's gonna end up.
Right. Well, I mean, it would be indoor if we're going to do the seven dwarfs or the seven Ewoks, which honestly, that's gold right there. As
Yeah.
far as I would watch that cartoon.
Oh yeah. And then you could revisit and you can actually tell stories of maybe that's how the Ewoks are the Doors family, and they're the 7 from I don't know different side of the moon or whatever. Who knows? But
Dark
there's some
Side of the Moon. Yeah.
the dark side of the moon. Oh, very good, very good. I applaud you, sir. I feel like I must work in a Pink Floyd comment into every episode from here on out. I will work on that.
Well played. All right. I
Yes.
challenge you.
Right.
So,
It's just a momentary lapse of time, I guess.
yeah, I mean, you could. I feel like we know what Endor is. It's a forest moon planet. There's no cities that we know of.
Mhm.
So
But maybe there was, and maybe she left the castle because of the evil queen took it over or whatever, and she left, and they all died. Maybe that's why there's nothing there.
took a
Come,
shuttle. I mean, we're
yeah,
talking Star Wars here. Why
that's
not go
true.
Spaceballs with it? And
Oh yeah.
she took a shuttle to escape her wedding and
I
ended
mean,
up on Endor.
she does represent maybe a little bit of Druidish.
She's funny. She doesn't look Druish.
Oh, may the Schwartz be with you. Oh man, yes. Yes, people, we have gone plaid.
So
Uh,
yeah, that we could do that. And in the Star Wars universe, that actually makes way more sense.
what if Dot is the god that they misrepresent C-3PO for.
That has so much potential. Absolutely.
I mean, so does Spaceballs take place in Star Wars?
It's just in a galaxy further away.
Right.
A long time ago.
Right, where they build Winnebagos.
You mean Winnebago?
That's right. Barf. Oh God, I miss John Candy. Oh man.
Yeah.
The fact that we never got a sequel to Spaceballs, or we got the third movie to talk about, the Spaceballs 3, the Search for Spaceballs 2.
The Search for More Money.
Search for More Money, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think now would be a good time because Mel Brooks, I mean, man, he's not a young guy anymore. He's in his 90s, isn't he?
Gotta be. Well, I think he's a World War II vet too, or was he a Korean War vet?
He's one of them. Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Oh man, yes.
But yeah,
ludicrous speed.
That's what he did, though. We had the History of the World Part 1. We never got a Part 2.
That's true.
We had Spaceballs, and then he kept pushing for Spaceballs 2. We never got that.
Right.
Yeah. He's the fun uncle that just, comes back with candy and cool magic tricks and then disappears after saying he's going to come right back. Like, he's not. No, he's not.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you, man. In the fact that like there is no books or comics or anything like that, it does kind of surprise me as well.
Yeah. But I would really appreciate Spaceballs meets Snow White meets Star Wars.
I mean, yeah, I think that we've just done something that they should be listening to. Okay, come on, we just brought not only Snow White, but we even related it to Spaceballs and Star Wars. I mean, that's like an added bonus.
I mean, the Trinity is almost complete. Disney owns Star Wars.
Yeah.
Why not buy up all the Mel Brooks as well? Like, start the monopoly. The Trinity is complete. I mean, I could see a young Frankenstein meets Beauty and the Beast. That's doable.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would watch that. I think that'd be fun.
Absolutely.
Oh man. So yeah, so now we're gonna bring in the Mel Brooks universe as well. So
it's what the people want. We didn't want it. It's what the people want.
And when we talk about people, we talk about Brad and Shawn. And hopefully, if you're listening to this, I hope you do, and I hope you want it too. Oh man. So do you think Snow White should be a Jedi or just the Force sensitive?
I would say Force sensitive.
Okay.
I don't think we need to go full on Jedi with her. I don't see it. Even in the cartoon, in the original movie, let's be honest, she was a little ditzy. She didn't quite pick up what anybody was putting down, and then she but her luck was astronomical. That's all you can really say.
Yes, it was. I mean, Prince Charming and
right. Like, she didn't recognize the old hag was really her stepmother that was giving her a poison apple. Like, really? Like,
Yeah.
I was a child and I still well, she's bad.
Right?
Don't eat that apple.
Throw it away.
Right.
Give it to one of the dwarfs. Ewoks will eat it.
Yeah, that dopey Ewok. Yeah, he'll definitely eat it.
Yeah, awesome. Now, and I think with the Snow White story, you could definitely fit that in, and it be pretty decent as well. I mean, um, I think there would be a couple princesses that you'd probably want to make a total Jedi. Like I think Ariel will be a Jedi.
Okay. All right.
You know, or do all the princesses form their own different Jedi order?
All right. I could see Mulan going full Mandalorian.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be so. The next time we do this, we're gonna be talking. Mulan was Mulan first on the list.
No, Mulan was number 2. I had
Okay.
Pocahontas as number 1.
Pocahontas. Oh,
And obviously she could be
a
either
bounty
Endor
hunter.
or Kashyyyk.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Kashyyyk is where I went to right away as a bounty hunter. So we'll definitely explore that. The Pocahontas bounty hunter, who likes to do the right thing, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I pictured Mulan more being on Jeddah.
Oh yeah, like kind of like the Donnie Yen character.
Yeah. Well, I
Uh,
mean, and there's a whole hell of a lot of walls on Jeddah,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
and that Mulan, she likes her walls.
Now, do you think Beast is gonna be a Wookiee?
And I had this conversation with my son, and obviously, we both agreed like that's the easy way of just saying,
Yeah,
well, he's a
yeah,
Wookiee.
yeah.
But I would almost like to see him as more of a like Bosk bounty hunter. Like I
Oh,
could
like a
see him more of a
reptilian.
lizard person. Yeah, like a reptilian
Yeah.
type creature. I think that would be because let's face it, like Beast, like yes, he was intimidating,
Mhm.
but when you're furry, like that screams cuddling right there. Like
Yeah,
it's not that terrifying. But if you're a lizard,
yeah.
like okay, well,
Mm.
I think you're gonna have a harder time having her fall in love with you.
Right. And then I feel like we could even work in Hercules and Hades somewhere in there as well. So we'll definitely
Oh, I
work on
forgot
that.
about what's her name from Hercules,
Hmm.
the Disney one, Meg, right? Was it
I
Meg? What?
Man, I haven't watched it in so long I don't remember. But yeah, I know. I I think it is Meg. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
And then there was the gypsy chick from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh yeah.
But was she really a princess? Because I mean, she's a
Yeah.
gypsy. Yeah,
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
yeah. This isn't an exact science here.
Right. This is just for fun. All right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about a couple of things that are awesome. Anything awesome for you going on right now?
No, no. Other than hockey seasons are all starting back up. We had a 1 week break, longest week of my life, I swear.
I
But
bet.
yeah, we're starting back up this week, which is fantastic. Got a tournament going on in Omaha the end of the month, and
Sweet.
yeah, that's my PT right there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just started going back to Planet Fitness last Thursday, of course, the day that I ended up screwing up my ankle. So
Of
it's funny
course.
how it happens. All right. So
You know what we need to start up? Do you do racquetball at all?
I never have.
Okay, I haven't done it for years, and I wasn't good at it when I tried it, but it was one of those like, well, looks like I'm going to play racquetball, so I had to buy a racket and just go, get all the accoutrement, and
Mhm.
I say this is what I do now, because when you go to the gym and you bring your own racket, your own stuff, people don't want to play you. They assume that
Right.
you know what you're doing. It's like showing up at a pool hall with your own pool cue. Like I don't know what I'm doing, but
Right.
look like a hustler. Like
That's right. I'm
yeah,
with you.
yeah.
Oh,
So I do have an extra racket. We gotta give that a shot. I figure that's what people our age really get into, right? That's what we do now.
I think that's the rule. I definitely do think that's the rule for us.
I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah, cool. All right. All right. So please rate and give me a 5-star review to be read on the next episode. We're everywhere that you can find podcasts like Apple, Spotify, and Stitcher. Let me ask you, have you left a review yet?
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah. I do believe I did. Oh, yeah, I'm shocked. I was like, you're looking off camera. I don't know who you're talking
You
to.
know, I'm just reading my template there, and so I just kind of go with it. And I'm like, let me ask you, who's you?
Right. My name's Shawn, man. Like we've been talking like an hour now.
Right. All right. So now time to do a little begging for you. If you find value in the content that I'm producing, please consider supporting the show. Maybe you will be the next ghost host. Woo! Maybe you will be the next guest host. How can you support the show, you ask? Well, let me tell you. You can go to buymeacoffee.com/thefandemic, or you can go to www.patreon.com/fandemic. All right. So I haven't put any episodes on either one of those yet because I don't have anybody on there. So if you're the only one on there, then you'll get an episode all to yourself. Shawn, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight.
Always pleasure. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, and I'm glad we finally got together on this, and it sounds like we'll have several more Disney stuff to go through. And just to end everything on a dad joke here, thanks for explaining the word many. It means a lot.
Hey-o.
Thanks for catching up. You're welcome for leveling up your awesomeness. Have a great day. Oh.